And start. Red face is the moment when the army takes everything comfortable away and waits to see who breaks. That first night you get no sleep, you have no control, and you don't even know what tomorrow looks like. On this video, I'm going to be breaking down what those 3 weeks of red face are, what my experience was, and how you can go through it without losing your complete mind. So let's run it.
So catch me if I fall.
All right, y'all. So I have way too many stories for red phase, so I'm not going to try to make this video way too long, because if I was to share all of my stories from red phase, we'd be here all day. But either way, red phase is the first 3 weeks of basic training, and it's when the army tries to break you down and build you back up. During red phase, everything becomes super controlled. Like from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you're going to be on the drill sergeant schedule. There's going to be drill sergeants everywhere. They're going to be yelling. They're going to be yelling at you, not because they hate you. Well, hopefully they don't hate you, but they're going to be yelling. They're going to be loud. They're going to be intense. They're going to be constantly watching you, and they're trying to help you function under pressure. And you're going to have to get used to that from that point on. And yes, you will mess up a lot. So from my experience, like when the drill sergeant finally came to get us from reception and we got on the bus, we had to, you guys already know, put our head down on our bags and take a quiet ride. I mean, I feel like you can hear a pin drop in that bus. But you put your head down, they start disorienting you because you don't know where you're going. You don't know how far this trip is going to be. You definitely can't look outside. I mean, you could try, you could peek to the side, but it's going to be difficult. You don't want to get caught either, but super quiet, and you just go. We got to our location, and the senior drill sergeant stepped up and gave us a welcome speech. And as soon as she was done with that welcome speech, she was like, "Get the fuck out of my bus." And I mean, all hell broke loose at that point. Everybody was running, drill sergeants yelling everywhere. They had these damn blow horns, loud, super loud. A bunch of them had it. So they're trying to disorient you again in there. They told us to throw our bags in a huge pile, the big green bags I was telling you guys about. Throw our bags in a huge pile and go form up. Then we got introduced to the Army's first 100 yards. So they had us pick up like a bunch of crates, like ammo crates. There was litters, there was some weights on it. And we had to pick them up and then take them from station to station and drop them off in the exact same way that we found them. And during these stations, they were teaching us all the basics. So they were teaching us, how to stand at attention, how to stand at parade rest, how to salute, when to salute. They were teaching us about EO, about sharp, and things like that. So there was a lot of stations and a lot of learning while we were tired. One guy, it was hilarious. One guy tried to fake like he passed out. Like I've never, when you see somebody that like fakes passing out, like he landed, he chose where to land. It was hilarious. They gave him a nice bath, and drill sergeants were just laughing the whole time. But we were tired. Then after the first 100, they gave us like 2 minutes, I think. They were just like 2 minutes, go pick out your bags. We had to try to find our bags within this huge mountain of those green bags. And of course, we failed. We got smoked. After that, they lined us up by platoons. And you guys remember from the last video when I told you about that you're gonna be carrying that much, you're gonna be carrying your luggage, so don't take too much? Well, they had us put our bags over our head, and I feel so bad for this one guy. I could see him from like my peripherals right there. He just couldn't lift it. He took way too much. He didn't get the memo, and drill sergeants ate him up.
Hey, yo.
Like he just kept dropping it, and I felt bad, but hey, don't bring too much. While we were standing in our like platoon formations, it was in like this rubber pit. We were standing in there, and in the center of it, there was a platform. And boy, a drill sergeant went up there, and he was wearing his AGSUs, our dress uniforms. And he said the cleanest, most crispiest drill sergeant creed I'd ever heard in my life to this day.
To this day!
And I remember back at that moment, I just thought like, I'm really in basic training right now. Like that was the moment where I realized like, damn, I'm really in basic training right now. But that boy was smooth. That boy was smooth with it. Then after that, we got smoked. Then they took us to this room. There was like a classroom, and it had a huge board in the back, and that's where we got to make our phone calls home. We still had our cell phones at the time, so they told us to call home, and they gave us a little script of what to say to our family. And do you think that they were going to be quiet while we were making that call? Hell no. So as soon as we started dialing, the damn horns came back, the yelling came back. I really think my wife didn't hear a word of what I said to her on the phone. And I was done. I hung up. I don't remember how many seconds we had, but they were telling us to hang up. So I hung up, and then after that, they showed us the board, what they had written on the board. They had something in front of it. They took it off. They had written a bunch of stuff on the board, and it was a lot of information. And we had 72 hours to memorize everything on that board. And do you guys think that they were going to give us time to study during those 72 hours? Absolutely not. After that, we got smoked again. Then they took us to the bay. That was the bay that was going to be ours. And the drill sergeants that were assigned to us introduced themselves there. Of course, we're never allowed to call them by name anyways, but they introduced themselves. We call them just drill sergeant. First name drill, last name sergeant. All right. So they introduced themselves, and they gave us another contraband check. And, we had to put our stuff in the front while getting smoked this whole time. And, I feel bad for one of my boys. He was standing right next to me, and we were getting smoked so much in the bay that he just couldn't hold it. And he straight up just threw up, and they made him pick it up with his own towel, put it in a bag, and carry it. R.I.P. my boy. And I remember we did a bunch of other stuff, but mostly getting smoked that first night in basic training. But that was our first night. That was our introduction to basic training. It's crazy. This is a crazy place. The mental side really is harder than the physical side, in all honesty, though, because you don't have your phone, you don't have your privacy. You don't get to argue, you don't get to say anything back. You just say yes, drill sergeant, no, drill sergeant, and that's pretty much it. You just have to listen, quiet, keep your mouth shut, and listen and move forward. One of the biggest mistakes people do in red face is taking everything personal. Don't take it personal. You're gonna be getting yelled at. You're gonna be getting corrected. You're gonna be getting smoked. Like, don't take that stuff personal. Even if somebody else in your platoon does something, you're gonna end up getting smoked. I mean, you're gonna get mad at them. Like, it's gonna happen. It happens way too many times while I was in basic. You're gonna be pushing. They're gonna be smoking you. Just don't take it personal. Just keep your mouth shut. Move forward and keep doing whatever it is that they want you to do. Because when they're yelling at you, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing a bad job. You're actually learning. So just keep at it. Another mistake is trying to be a hero. So don't stand out. Don't try to stand out. Anyways, I'm a fan of standing out. I honestly love standing out, but red face is not the time to stand out. They will pick on you. And I'm not gonna say that they're gonna make your life a living hell, because they're not. They're making everybody's life a living hell. But they're gonna pick on you a little extra if you try to stand out during red face. Just blend in at first. Know the lay of the land. Learn how things go. And once you're like in white phase, or probably to the end of red phase, that would be a good time to stand out. So just do what you're told. Help your battle buddies. Also, yes, battle buddies. So when I was doing research for basic training, I was always listening to people say battle buddy this, battle buddy that, but I never really knew what battle buddy was, and I had questions. Now it's mad simple, but and maybe that's why they didn't explain it in any video. But I always thought, like, hey, do I get assigned a battle buddy? Like, do they tell me who's my battle buddy? Is it the same person every time? And no, it's literally everybody's your battle buddy. Like, you could just be like, hey, I'm going to the restroom. Can you battle me real quick? And that's it. It's that simple. So maybe that's why they didn't explain it, because it was that simple. You can't go anywhere without your battle buddy. Remember that. You cannot go anywhere without your battle buddy, and that'll go through the entirety of basic and AIT. Another thing is that after getting smoked all day, you're going to be taking a ton of classes during red phase. Like, I mean, it happens a lot during basic training in general. You're going to be taking a lot of classes, but this stuff specifically, like, you're going to be getting smoked all day. Then they're going to want to sit you through like sharp EO briefings. They're going to want to sit you through, weapons class, land navigation, all those things. And boy, that's when I learned that I can fall asleep with my eyes open. Like, I would just be sitting there sometimes and just be like, oh snap. Like, I was asleep. I could have swore I was asleep, but my eyes were open. It's going to be so hard to try to stay up. Your body's going to want to go to sleep so bad, but you got to just focus, and try not to, because you will be getting smoked, or they will make you stand up, or they will make you hold your weapon up, hold it up here, bring it up. Like, they get very creative. They get very, very creative during basic training. One time we were taking a class in basic training, and this was one of the funniest things that happened at first. You know, one of the first funniest things that happened during basic training. We're taking a class and we heard some guy. I mean, there was just some guy walking, and we heard a drill sergeant yell out, "Hey, where's your battle buddy, guy? You're dead." So he said that he told him to lay down and yell, "Ah, I'm dead. Ah, I'm dead." He made him repeat that, like say it on repeat. And then he told two other guys, to his battle buddies in his platoon, he told them to bear crawl all the way to him and pick him up and bring him back. But the whole time that they were crawling to him, they had to go wee woo, wee woo, like they were Patrick Star from SpongeBob. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Like, bro, it was hilarious. But again, we couldn't laugh. If we laughed, we got smoked, or we joined them, whatever the case may be. Basic training is really the funniest place on earth that you're not allowed to laugh in. Like, it's not a real place. It really is just not a real place. The first morning of red phase, you're most likely gonna get your door kicked in by a drill sergeant at like 3-4 in the morning. Turn on the lights, get your ass up, toe the line, you know, and that's how your day starts. But you know, from then on, for the next 3 weeks, I mean, you're gonna be learning a ton of stuff. You're gonna be getting your weapons, your M4s. You're gonna have to learn how to do function checks on your weapons. They're gonna test you on it. You're also gonna be learning basic first aid. You're gonna be learning some land navigation and doing some land navigation exercise. You're gonna be doing your confidence course, victory tower, and you're also gonna be going to the gas chamber. And man, that's another one. That's another one that I was like, you know, a little scared of before I went in, just because of all the videos that we see, all the videos that are online of people just going crazy after they come out of that gas chamber. And you know, for the first like 10 days of basic training, because we get all those damn shots, the entire bay is gonna be sick. You're gonna be sick. Drill sergeant would just always tell us like, "Oh, don't worry, you'll be all right. You'll be all right after a gas chamber," and he wasn't lying. Like, we went through that gas chamber, and all I wanted was air after that, and everything was coming out. Snot, tears, sweat, everything was coming out. But he was right. I was not sick after that. Nobody else in the bay was sick after that. You'll also get reintroduced to the Dfac, and the reason why I say reintroduced to the Dfac, because it's nowhere near how it was in reception. So for the Dfac, you're gonna have to hold your tray up to your chest, like to your right here to your nose. Be real close to the person in front of you. When you're getting your food, you're gonna have to sidestep everywhere you go, while drill sergeants are just in your ear, you know. And then you keep going. Whenever you're getting food, you don't bring your food to your tray. You bring your tray to the food. And if you don't do things exactly how they ask you to do, you're gonna be doing stupid stuff in the Dfac. One thing that happened to me, it wasn't really stupid. I mean, but I don't like it. I grabbed a granola bar, but instead of putting it on my tray, I had it on the side of my tray. I thought I was fine. I was walking, boom, got caught. So they made me stand up and eat my food. And boy, one thing I hate is standing up and eating my food in the Dfac. After being smoked all day, being tired, and I can't take a seat to at least eat. I hate it. So I absolutely hate that. But like, you have to have your heels together. If you don't, they're gonna make you stand up, yell, "My food tastes better with my heels together," on repeat until they get tired. And most likely, they didn't get tired. You'd eat your entire food like that. Another time in the Dfac, they got your boy. I was getting my food. I had my OCPs on. We didn't have PTs on. We had OCPs on. I was getting my food and I had my PC in my pocket. PC is the hat of the uniform. I had it in my pocket. And a drill sergeant, you know, I had my food right there in my hands. I couldn't move. He came up to me. He was like, "You already know what time it is." Nani? Snatched my PC out of my pocket, right? I ate that food so nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen to me afterwards. So I ate my food. And my punishment for that afterwards was, for the next like 4 to 5 hours, I had to walk around with my hands on my head. And I had to lunge everywhere we went. 4 or 5 hours lunging everywhere we went. We even had a briefing in there one time for like 45 minutes, and I was just sitting there looking goofy with my hands on my on my head for the whole time. So yeah, it's just not a real place. Like, I don't get it. But you want to know what I learned though? Keep my PC secured and keep my pockets secured. I have OCD over that now. My pockets, I double, triple check my pockets everywhere I go now. So thank you, drill sergeant. I want to give you some tips in regards to the bay in basic training. So make sure that you make your bed every morning. Every single morning, make sure you make your bed. Don't try to take shortcuts because they will find it. Make sure you secure your locker at before, when you leave, or whenever you're not using your locker, make sure you secure your locker. Sometimes we would come back from outside, from the field, or from just being outside. We'd come back and our whole bay would be flipped, right? We still had a hit time to make, but our whole bay would be flipped. Beds on the floor, sheets everywhere, lockers, just everything thrown out of the lockers. People would have like baby powder or any type of liquid or anything they had in there, they'd throw it all over the ground, and we'd have to clean all that stuff up. Have it spotless. So just make sure that you secure all that stuff. Make sure you make your bed every single morning. Just don't take some shortcuts, because you're gonna end up paying in the long run. They love doing that. They enjoy it. So during basic training, you'll have 3 field training exercises, or FTXs. They're called the hammer, the anvil, and the forge. They correlate to the phases that you're at. So during red phase, you'll do the hammer. And basically what it is you go out to the field. You have to ruck there, and you spend the night there, and they teach you a bunch of stuff. And you're out doing a field training exercise for at least one night. So they get harder as you go, obviously through the phases, and you spend more time out in the field. Your ruck gets heavier as you go. The mileage that you have to ruck is also increased. So for the first one, I think we had to do like 7 miles. The ruck was like 25 pounds. We had to travel all through different types of terrains though. Like there was sand, gravel, dirt, pavement, all those type of different terrains. And then we got to our location in the woods. There they taught us how to do our camouflage. They taught us how to set up patrol bases. They taught us how to move in a patrol. They taught us how to do hand signs for while you're marching, and you can't just, you're not trying to be loud, or just in general when you're marching. And they also taught us how to react to fire. And for that first night, we set up like a defensive perimeter, and we spent the night there. For that first night, I believe we had to do like 50% security. 50% security means, because they pair you up with a battle buddy when they're spreading you out. So 50% security means that somebody has to be up. If it's 2 of you guys, somebody has to be up the entire night. So I don't know how they taught us, you guys can break it up however you want to, but it's 50% security. So I think we broke it up. I think it was like 3 hours each that we took, me and my battle buddy. But sometimes I know that they'll go to 100%. I know it was like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. They changed it up to 100% security, and that sucked because that means everybody's got to be up. But it's a fun experience. It really was a fun experience. The first night, my body was destroyed when I got back to the bay. Even just walking, I remember drill sergeant making fun of us when we were getting to our bay, or just getting to the AO. And he was like, "Oh, see, now they're doing the trainee walk. This is the trainee walk." So I guess that's something that they call it. But we were exhausted, and I guess you could see it. But it was fun. I mean, I had a blast. All right, so I'm gonna close this video out with 3 tips and a story about the first time we got evicted from our bay. Tip number 1: if something needs to be done, just do it. If you know how to do it, just do it. And if you're not in charge, take charge. Or communicate with that person that's in charge, and you guys take charge, right? Don't wait for somebody to tell you to do something. If something needs to be done, do something about it. So see something, do something. Tip number 2, take it 1 meal at a time. And this goes for the entirety of basic training. Take it 1 meal at a time. So sometimes I would look at my watch and it'd be 8 in the morning, and I feel like, I've accomplished what I could accomplish an entire day in those 4 hours. Sometimes later on in the day, you feel like it's been days since you've done something, and it's actually just been that other morning. So time is gonna feel different. Time is gonna feel different in this place, because like I told you, it's not a real place. So just take it 1 meal at a time, because you will get breakfast, you will get lunch, you will get dinner. So as long as you just make it to that next meal, you'll be all right. Tip number 3, lean on and communicate with your battle buddies. So story time about the first time that we got evicted. So one time we were standing in formation, our drill sergeant wasn't around, and we were standing in formation. Some people were messing around, and my good boy, my battle buddy, decided that he wanted to take it upon himself and not necessarily communicate with us or say anything to us. I don't know if he was just pissed off or what was going on at the time, but he just decided to go up to a drill sergeant that was in the area, right? And this drill sergeant just happened to be the rival of our drill sergeant, our senior drill sergeant. So he went up to him and he asked him if that we need more discipline because we're messing around in the formation, and that we need more discipline, and pretty much asking him if he could discipline him, if he can discipline us, or tell our drill sergeant to discipline us. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah, it was not good. So next thing we know, our drill sergeant is coming around the corner. It's like, oh, so we don't discipline you enough, huh? It's all right. It's our bad, our fault. Half right. Oh man, it was over. It was over. We were getting smoked for so long. Then he told us to go upstairs. He gave us a stupid hit time to bring down everything that we had. I think he gave us like 10-15 minutes to bring down everything that was ours, that was in the bay, put it back in those green duffel bags and bring everything down. So I don't know, we obviously didn't make the hit time. When I was done putting my stuff down, I went back upstairs and I was helping out other people. I know there was a couple other people that were doing the same thing, just helping out others to try to come in here and get it in a somewhat decent time. We probably took like 30 minutes, but didn't make the hit time, got smoked. So he told us to grab like a specific uniform, go upstairs and put it on, and gave us a like couple minutes to do it. And of course we take it upstairs, try to put it on. Nope, come back down, got smoked. We didn't make it in time, so that was not good for us. Okay, now take a specific item and take it back upstairs and make it in a certain amount of time. Came back, didn't make the time, got smoked. Take everything back upstairs, you have 5 minutes, didn't make the time, got smoked. So then he kept telling us different items that we had to bring down from upstairs. So, you know, your right boot, you know, and then we had to go upstairs, grab the boot, bring it down, get smoked. Somebody would always miss something. I tried to put things in like my camo bag, you know, just in case, you know, it was something else that was coming up that I didn't know. Let me put my socks in here just in case they call socks next, so that I can run into the staircase and just hide in the stairs until it's time to come out. Like, you know, we were trying a bunch of different stuff. But yes, we ended up getting evicted. After that, we ended up getting smoked some more, like it wasn't enough. Then by this time, all the other platoons have gone to bed. So he took us up to the bay, got smoked, and then he was giving us a speech while we were getting smoked. I really don't remember what the speech was about. I think it was the time that he told us that the time that he knew he wanted to be a soldier was when he was 6 years old. I'm not gonna say that story, but he wanted to be a soldier at 6 years old, and there's a story behind that. Anyways, end up getting smoked, and then we go to bed, wake up in the morning, all over again, smoke session, because it just wasn't enough. They were pissed. They were pissed for a couple days after that, and that was the senior drill sergeant. So then, when the other drill sergeants would come into their do their shift, then they would smoke us too because of what he did. So, moral of the story this time: communicate and lean on your battle buddies. Because if you would have communicated with us, if something would have happened, you know, better between us, we didn't have to take it to the drill sergeant, and he didn't have to go and say something to the drill sergeant for us to get evicted and smoked for God knows how many hours. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you understand what you're up against, shoot me a like. If you want to follow my journey, shoot me a sub. On the next video, I'm going to be talking about white phase and the challenges that are up ahead. So thank you for watching. Peace.